Okay guys, and welcome back to Retron channel on YouTube. So in today's video I'm going to solve the problem that we commonly seen on Microsoft Word, that uh, most people, when they create a content, creating a Word document, and then they submit too much of the media, too much of the image within the document, and then they try to open up the image, the document, they kind of stuck on a pop-up window that said like this: Word cannot open this file because it is larger than 512 megabytes. So why is this happening? So again, I want to repeat the question and also want to repeat the reason that what actually happened behind this thing. So imagine that let us assume that you're creating a document and you type in the content, you type in the script, anything that you want within the Microsoft Office Word, and then you started to add a lot of image within the Microsoft Office Word, the Word document that you created. You try to submit, you try to add a lot of image, you try to add a lot of photo, a lot of media within it, and it exceeds the file size. So normally any file size that is below 512 megabyte is readable, which means that when you save the file, you open it again, it is openable. But if you have submit a lot of media, a lot of photo within the document, and then you save it after you closed it and then reopen it again, it will actually showing something like this, that it would say that the Word cannot open the file because it's larger than the 512 megabyte, which means that the document that you create, that you have, that contain a lot of image, contain a lot of media, is now exceed the 512 megabyte. Probably it is 600 megabyte, probably it's 700, 800, 1000 or something like that, we don't know, but at least we know that it is larger than 512 megabyte. So all you have to do in order to solve the problem is that you're going to reduce the file size. You're going to reduce the media within the document. You have to delete the media from the document in order to normally open the document. But how are you going to delete the image or the media within the document when you cannot actually open the file? Well, there is a solution to that. So now we understand that why is this happening. This is happening because you have add a lot of picture, a lot of media within your document that is exceed 512 megabyte. Your image, probably the original image taken from your taken from your camera, and it is like something like 3 or 4 or 5 or maybe 6 or 20 megabyte per image, and you have add like 100 image or 1000 image within one document, and when you save it, you close it, you open again, this will show up. Word cannot open this file because it is larger than a 512 megabyte. So in order to solve the problem, we have a solution to that. The solution is that, let's assume this is the file that we are going to open, and then when we click on open it, it popped this up. So how are we going to solve that? Well, there's a very simple way to solve it. In order to solve the problem, first of all is that you have to rename the document, the Word document right here, into a zip file. So we're going to rename it, convert it into a zip file, and then going deep into the file, delete the media, getting back out, rename it to document again, and open it safely. So how are we going to do it? First of all, we have our document, and we know that this document could not open. Even if we try 100 times to open it, it will show up the same pop-up window said that the file could not be opened because it exceeds 512 megabytes. So all we have to do is to go ahead and rename it. We're going to rename the extension. Extension is actually what stands at the last of your name behind the dot. For example, .exe, .zip, dot what, dot pptx or something like that. So now we're going to rename it into something, for example, like name.zip. So we're going to rename it. Oh, sorry, put it wrong. Okay, so we're going to rename it into zip, something like that, and then we're gonna click on enter. So when you click on enter, because you have changed it from docx into zip, it will ask you whether you are sure that you're going to change it into the new file name extension, and then you're going to click on yes. So now you have changed it, and it automatically convert into a zip file. So now we have a document that have converted into a zip file. So some of you probably ask, wait, I didn't see the extension at the end of the name. Why is it happening? Well, it's happening, it's very common, and it's happened because you haven't yet made some configuration to your PC. So how are you going to actually add the extension right here and be able to rename the extension? Well, in order to do that, you have to first of all go into control panel. So I am on Windows 7, and let's go into control panel. Okay, and then when you land on the control panel page, make sure you have the top right there, click on it and select all control panel item. Now you click on all control panel item, and then you go into folder option right here, folder option, and when the folder option window pops up, you go into view, and in view you're going to click on show hidden file, folder and driver. So first of all, it probably showing something like this, and then you change it from don't show to show, and then when you scroll down, you will see that probably this hide extension for known file type, probably check it. So make sure you have uncheck it. So again, we uncheck the hide extension for known file type, and we select show hidden file, folder and drive, and then we click on apply, click OK, and then you're going back. You will see that each and every of your file or folder probably contain the name at the end. For example, you can see team setup.exe, the name.pdf, and there is something name.pptx, and even more. Yeah, for something like the word.docx, something like that. So now you know how to change it, then you'll be able to rename it into the zip file. So now we have converted back to what we were a few moments ago. We have successfully converted by converting the docx file to zip file by renaming it. So now all we have to do is to double click to open it, and then when we open it, it will launch with the zip application, and we can see that we have a lot of things. We have Word in here. Okay, let me do this for you. Let's again copy the file. Okay, so this one. Alright, so again I'm pasted right here. Now first of all, I have to open this for you to show you something, and yet we still assume that this file could not be opened. But I want to show you something. We have the image or the media within the file. You can see that we have the media within the file right here. This is the image. Down there we still have the image. Okay, where is it? Okay, down here we still have the image, a lot of it. This one, even this one, a lot of it. We have a lot of image with it, and now we assume that we have add a lot of maybe too much image within it, that it is exceed to 512 megabytes, and then we save it and we close it. So now I'm going to close it, and let's assume that when we try to open it again, this pop up. So now all we have to do, we have to rename it and delete the docx extension at the end and change it into zip, and then try to enter, and they ask whether you wanted to change it. Just click on yes. So now you have changed it. You're gonna open it, okay, and then you would see a lot of folder within. All you have to do is to go into the Word folder. So here's the Word folder, and then you will search for media. So now here is media. double click on it, you will see that there's a lot of image. So all of this image is actually the media, the image that you have added to your Word document. For example, if I open this up, you will see that this is the image, the exact image that is making the file very big and unable to open, the exact image that is located in the document, and the exact image that you have added by yourself. So in order to solve the problem, you must examine each of the image and look for the biggest one and try to delete it one by one to reduce the size, the file size of your document into something less than 512 megabytes. Or you can just simply delete all the image and re-edit later. So we delete all the image, delete all the media, just because we want to save our content. We want to open our content again and re-edit it. But if we don't delete it, the file size still exceeds 512 megabytes and it's still unable to open. So now I'm going to delete all the image. So I just showed you that there's some image within the document, and now here we are within the folder of the document and we can delete it. So I'm going to click on the media and delete all the image. So here it is, the delete file option. I'm going to click on delete and click on yes. So okay, now I completely delete all the media within the Word document. So all I have to do is to actually close the zip file, zip application that I have just opened right now. So I'm going to close it. So here we have the same file document, zip file. So how are we able to reopen the document? Well, very simple. We change it from .docx into zip file and customize what inside. And now when we finish it, we have to rename the zip file, the zip file, into .docx back, and then we will have our own our first document file back. So all you have to do right now is to rename. So I'm gonna rename the zip in here to .docx again. Okay, so it will ask whether are you sure you want to change it again to back to the .docx, and then we're gonna click on yes, we are going to change it. So now after changing it, we actually have our document file back. So all we have to do right now is to open it, and once you click on open it, it will no longer show up this window anymore. They will no longer show up this pop-up window because the file size has been reduced to lower than 512 megabytes. But when you go back and check within the document that you are now able to open, you will see that all the image within is gone. For example, this image right here, it's gone. They said this image cannot currently be displayed. Why? Because you have deleted within the zip file. So now you can you are able to open the file back. So now your content is saved, all the image is gone. What you are going to do next is go back and resize your image and then add it again and make sure that it will not exceed the 512 megabyte again. And if it is exceed again, you will never be able to open it again unless you are doing the same way, just like what we are doing a moment ago. So this is the solution to the issue that the file of the Microsoft Word showing that the Word could not open the file because it is larger than 512 megabyte. So thank you guys for watching, and if you think that this is the solution that you're looking for, give me a thumb up, comment your idea, and share it to your friend who is needed this video the most to save their file. So thank you guys for watching again, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.